Listen, it's a perfect Ollie masterclass. He's going to pass your team coronavirus. They're going to break down. You understand?
That was it!
Do you really want to?
Welcome back to the greatest sports show in the goddamn world, the MVP podcast. I'm here with Sosa with the sauce, Naeem the Dream, Danny Boy Kong, and yours truly, B-Man!
Man.
What's good, lads?
I'm good, man.
Yeah?
I'm glad to be back. It's been a hot minute. God damn.
In a hot minute. Yeah, you went here last week, man.
How's your trip?
It was very nice, very exotic.
Not selling it.
We like the words.
Exotic?
The buzzwords and
Are you seeing the weather outside? You can't describe
you know,
it as exotic.
you know the weather outside.
This is
That's tropical.
the storms outside.
Yeah.
Tropical juice.
Let it be known, it was Valentine's Day 2 days ago, lads.
What did you do about that? Just out of curiosity.
Listen, I'm a good guy, me. I didn't do anything.
He was at home.
I was at home watching Netflix.
And chilling.
Just Netflix. That was my night, man. But lads, big news. Big news.
Uh-huh.
Yeah? Came out of nowhere. Lads. I don't know why they're laughing. It came out of nowhere. Igalo might have the coronavirus. I was right! I was right. No, I told you would have listened to me.
You're right, to be fair, you're right. But he's not got it. He's starting against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Is he starting?
Yeah, he's starting against Chelsea.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, you guys are that desperate for strikers.
Well, listen, we thought Liverpool's too far ahead now, innit? So we thought, let's try and take one of the top four.
Listen, it's a perfect Ollie masterclass. He's going to pass your team coronavirus. They're going to break down. You understand?
That was it.
That's it.
So what's going to happen is he's going to go into the opposite changing room before
That's
they get
it.
there and start coughing everywhere.
Yeah.
And then when they sit down,
Mate, he's going to go to defenders. He's going to go, and they're going to run out.
Can you imagine if he's like, because they're saying like he's not got it, but obviously they've quarantined him or whatever. They want to keep him isolated. But you can imagine if he comes out and he starts, but he's wearing like a hazmat suit. And he plays in a hazmat suit.
No way. But man, no. There's actually big news that happened this week. 2 days ago, yesterday, 2 days ago, 2 days ago, Friday, it was announced that Man City are not disqualified yet. So they finished the Champions League this year, but they're banned for 2 years for breaking the fair play rule. It's about time.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, it's about time. So now PSG need to follow suit.
So can we just highlight
Real
the
Madrid
fair
need to follow
play
suit.
rule and what exactly
Barcelona need to follow.
is that?
As far as I'm aware, and I really should have checked up on this. As far as I'm aware, it's you can only spend what you make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, if you really dumb it down.
They breached the rules in
What
how
they've
much
been
they were
doing.
earning. They apparently
They cooking the books,
they
boy.
we knew they cooked the books, but the thing was that they claimed that they got more in sponsorships than they actually received. They claimed they got like 500 million in sponsorships for the name of the stadium.
Yeah, to play stupid friendlies in their own like owners' countries.
You know what's
stuff
crazy?
like that.
I don't want to just jump ahead of this, but the way that UEFA found out, like, did you guys know how they found out?
Yeah, Der Spiegel, innit?
They found out because the guy's emails got hacked, man.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was because Der Spiegel in Germany, the German newspaper, they started an investigation
That was like a
of
year
their
ago.
own. No, that was a little while ago, actually.
But the reason why they came down on this hard is because like some news got leaked. This is
Can I say something though? Do you know when you hear this emails got hacked? Nowadays we live in a society here where everybody knows if you're gonna do something dodgy, you're gonna say it face to face in person. Are you gonna do it like this?
no paper trail.
No paper trail. So this emails got hacked. Who's behind the computer? A 3-year-old.
No, but there's some really good hackers out there, man.
No, but who's behind the computer sending these emails? Like, oh yeah, we are going to get 500 million from.
You gotta realize that there's older generations that look after the businesses and they probably don't have the wherewithal.
They get paid 20, 30, 40, 50
but
million.
you know what I don't understand is why are we acting like football players don't have offshore accounts to avoid paying?
Yeah,
tax?
100%. Messi when Cristiano Ronaldo when he's due to go in court.
Didn't win Rooney.
Well, what it is, they register as a limited company and they register overseas, so they The player doesn't get paid a wage. The company gets paid a wage. So the way they're doing it technically is all right. Obviously,
through a loophole, through a manipulative loophole.
Well, I said it's up to legislation. It's not
regular people can't get away with this kind of stuff.
Regular people don't have the resources to do this.
Is it harsh? The 2-year ban from the Champions League.
Absolutely.
Do you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. It's not harsh, and I don't think it'll last at the same time. I'll be honest with you.
What?
I don't think it'll last. I don't think it'll go the full 2 years.
You think that it's going to get reduced?
Yeah, it will. I generally feel that way just because wherever you seem to look in life, I mean, I'll use the Chelsea example for one. Weren't they meant to have a transfer ban of 2 years from UEFA?
We appealed it and it was successful, so that actually means...
So they cut it down?
We were cleared of it.
Okay.
We were cleared, so we didn't do no wrongdoing.
That's fair. But like I said...
City knew what they were getting into.
They've got lawyers, man. They've got people who, you know what I mean, they've got the top end lawyers. When you've got that much money on the table for things like that, they've got people that can find loopholes and stuff like that in contracts. So I generally feel that although they're saying and they're screaming 2 years, it won't last 2 years in my opinion.
I think I agree with him. I mean, I don't know. I don't agree maybe the way they're going to do it, but I agree with him. I think they won't serve the full time.
No, they won't. But
they'll get away with good behaviour.
Yeah, basically.
They'll reduce it. I can't imagine it. It happened with Real Madrid. It'll happen, yeah. But if they broke the financial fair play rule, why is it that they are being stopped from going to the Champions League? Why is it not a financial ban?
I think it's good question. I'm not exactly sure. For what I was reading, it was to do with UEFA were the ones who did the investigation. So I think it directly correlates to the UEFA Champions League. Now, I've been reading yesterday because obviously it's had a bit of time. People are suggesting that the 2014 title, because this is when it all started, should be asterisked. Now, Liverpool won't win the title. It doesn't work like that. But that title will be asterisked, meaning that they're saying that this should now translate into the league. So they could potentially be stripped of, 2014 Premier League title.
And the 2017.
17 wasn't mentioned in the article, but I would assume so, but unless they fixed up by then. Because what they've been accused of now is not something from yesterday or the day before. It's from a while ago. It's just been brought to light now. So I don't know, maybe they fixed up by then. And even if they really did, man, they won by 19 points. Yeah, sure. How many points can you deduct them? 19? 20?
No, but then shouldn't the same thing happen to Juventus where they got relegated?
Juve's was different though. They were
different.
That was match fixing. Match fixing.
We're focusing on because they have been charged by UEFA, not
the Premier League or the Serie A in their case.
So Serie A was the ones that penalised, whereas UEFA, the only thing that UEFA have, they couldn't find them as much as they want. This is Man City.
They'd be fined 25 million just for the record.
They got money. They couldn't. It doesn't matter about how much money they find them. There's never going to be enough money that's unheard of. But taking them out of the Champions League will definitely hurt them. And they're doing it as a punishment to show other people, if you step out of line, we can do this to you.
Yeah, but then they'll go back on their word, innit? And it'll be not as severe punishment.
Well, here's the thing: they've done it, so already it's rippled. Like people are going to be taking notice now.
Because now you said president, didn't you? So anyone that follows suit will have the same consequences. Whether they reduce it or not is a different story.
I don't think necessarily that them doing that is going to stop people or stop corporations or stop teams from doing stuff like that. Look, man, dodgy stuff has happened in football from the beginning of time. The Mascherano and the Tevez incident for West Ham is a prime example of that. You know what I mean? So you can go out throughout history and look at, there's always been something there, something manipulative, bending the rules.
The tax cases with Neymar, Messi, Ronaldo, all of them, Mourinho, that's just to name a few.
It just means they need to get smarter.
But then are we encouraging the right thing here?
Well, at this point now, they've realised how important it is to keep their books right. Because the fact that they didn't do it, they thought they could just get away with how... Again, it was because of, from what I understand, they are breaching their security. That was probably an unforeseen circumstance. But now they've got to realise, look, we can't really be doing this because even no matter how secure we are, we can still get breached. Yeah. And that could happen to any team.
Can I just go back to a point you mentioned at the beginning about Real Madrid, Barcelona? I was watching TV last night on Sky Sports News, and I caught the end of the Khaldoun El Mubarak's interview in 2019 about Spanish and Josep Tedas, who looks after Spanish football. And because he had accused Man City and PSG, the Arabic clubs, of doing all of this, and he said, it's you guys next. You guys are the ones who started it. And I think, just to kind of go to your point, I think they will be next. I think that something's going to come down on those teams as well, because they've been charged in their own leagues with certain things in the past. I think it's only a matter of time, as you said, until Barcelona or Real Madrid or both maybe are charged for something, because there's not as much money in Spanish football, yet somehow they pay just as much salary, if not more. They pay just as much transfer fees, if not more. You know, most of the top 10 transfers come from there. Yeah. So it's only a matter of time before they get,
to be fair,
found out as well.
Real Madrid and Barcelona, they're kind of a separate case with regards to the rest of La Liga. Because you know how with the Premier League...
No, I know, but even their revenue breakdown, I know it's 100 times more than everybody else, but it's still not on par with the Premier League. It's still not like... You know, like the Premier League teams...
They're all in bed together, man. The top execs and, you know, the CEOs, and they're all friends with one another, man. It's all, you know what I mean, behind the scenes to a common man like us, they got so much that we don't know about that side of the business.
Of course.
And that's the point to make is, at the end of the day, this is all about money, right? Everything's all about money. And there was a tweet where they said, okay, well, why don't you treat other instances with the same type of severity? So if they break some rules or they do something they're not supposed to, punish them accordingly. Don't come out with a statement. This links back to the...
Because it'll affect the bottom line of the CEOs.
The racism, you know what I mean? Yeah, the racism, exactly. The sexism, that also breaks rules. That breaks laws. That's discriminatory.
That hurts people.
So why is it that the tweet basically read, and I'm just paraphrasing it a little bit, is, well, okay, you've come down hard on them cheating. Well, then why don't you come hard on everything else in the same manner? And I think that's kind of true.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree.
Sometimes they do decisions to show face as well, innit? You know
what you said doesn't even need explaining. It's self-explanatory. Anyone with a human conscience knows that, okay, money is important, but come on, man.
But that's what it is, though. But it shows
it's sad. It's the world we live in.
But it shows that if it affects the bottom line, if it affects the cash...
Did I say that?
In the owner's pockets. If it affects their pockets, they'll do something about it. If it doesn't, then it's more like, we'll do something about it, we'll put this in place, we'll do that in place, but we won't punish.
There's a very famous saying, I think it was a priest who said it, and he said, you know, money is the new religion. People spend their whole life chasing it, you know what I mean? People used to worship before, now they worship money. What does everybody want? Money. What does everybody want to wear? The most expensive clothes, the biggest car, the biggest house. So regardless, man, you know, when you're impacting someone's money, that's when, like you said, that's when stuff will be done.
You know what the executives and all the guys upstairs will tell you? In the words of Big Smoke from Friday, you mess with my money, you mess with my emotions.
Big worm.
2 number 45s, a number 45 large, 2 number 6 with extra dip.
Oh my God. You mess with the money, you mess with their emotions. That's real talk. Like, don't mess with, like, we make our money. You making money? You making money?
I can't believe you went
the money we make and the money they make, not the level, mate.
Exactly. That's what they've seen it as. It's like, yo, like, I thought we're in this.
We got money, they got wealth. They got assets.
Let's keep it real.
Sounds like a CNBC Bloomberg right now. You get me? Invest in this right now.
It's in the financial markets.
But, okay, as it stands, they're banned for 2 years. They can finish off this season, but after that, it's 2 years.
Yeah.
So if we assume that it stands like it is now, do you expect a lot of people to leave?
Maybe. Well, I think guys like Leroy Sané, probably Jesus, they probably will be like, you know what, yeah, I want in something now. I think guys like Aguero and Kevin De Bruyne will be like, we've been here for the long run. Well, it's like what happened with Juventus. Guys like Nedved, Trezeguet, they're like, and Del Piero were like, we're not leaving.
Yeah, but they knew that was.
But do you know what though? I'm gonna take this a completely different route, and you guys can argue with me if you want. I don't think as many footballers nowadays care about winning as they do care about the Lamborghinis and the Ferraris. I'm sorry, man.
Okay.
Without doubt.
Yeah. Listen, so if you can't pay to fill up my 10 Lamborghinis, because a lot of clubs can't pay the Man City wages, I don't see a lot of them leaving, to be honest with you. I think David Silva's already gone because his contract's expiring. I think the bigger question, which I thought you were going to ask, is Pep Guardiola. Because I think he might be the most likely to leave. Because at the end of the day, he's achieved everything possible in the league. He's won the FA Cup. He's won the other League Cup. He's won the Premier League. The Champions League, the only thing missing. And he talks about it's not as important, blah, 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 blah. Of course it goddamn is.
No, he said it is important.
No, but he tries to downplay its importance as well. He tries to downplay its importance. And he's done it on multiple occasions. I think for him, it's the only thing missing on that great dynasty of what they've created. Now, if he can't do that for 2 years, and, you know, Liverpool are on the rise. They look like they want to win the league again and again and again and again and again.
No, they won't.
I'm not saying they will. I said they look like they want to.
I don't even think it looks like it.
No. It definitely does.
He's
It definitely
right in
does.
the sense that
So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen now. Like, are they also going to ban them on buying players as well? Because that's also what they need to do. Because that's what the financial fair play is there for, is to put transfer bans in. I would not be surprised if that's what comes next.
I'm surprised it wasn't.
No, but you can't. Yeah, exactly. You can't ban them from Champions League for 2 years and then turn around and say, well, you can't buy anything either.
No, but the buying thing might come in later. Like, they might get this next window because these bans don't come into effect immediately anyway. So they might get this next window and they might say from next January, you're banned.
Well, they've stated that it's just going to be...
you can't have both at the same time because that's ruining
What
the
if?
club. No way.
What if? Yeah, what's happened now? Like, they know they're not winning the league. Yeah, it's pretty much written in stone who's going to win the league. As much as it pains us to say it. What if this decision now spurs Man City on? Yeah, to say, you know what, focus everything into the Champions League this season. And what if they end up winning it?
I don't think it's that easy.
No, I'm just saying, hypothetically.
If you want to win, you're going to win anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Hypothetically.
But the reality is, they could go and lose every single game in the Premier League and it won't make no difference to them because they've got no Champions League.
Yeah. Well, they're already losing their fourth spot if they make the top four. Number 5 will get number 4.
Well, let's talk about
Let's hope Sheffield United get Champions League this.
Man United first, man.
You got Chelsea
Man United, bro,
4th,
we're
you got,
10th.
Wolves 5th.
Sheffield United
Sheffield United 5th, Wolves 6th, Man United 7th.
What does it mean for the guys below who are like 7, 8?
Just means they've got another route.
Well, they're banned from Europe, so they technically can't make the Europa League either. So everyone gets pushed up. Yeah, so Man City, obviously they'll finish 3rd, 4th, 5th, whatever. They'll just get dropped down in terms of the European, whatever they move, whatever they're going to play.
With how the table's structured now, it's Sheffield United in 5th.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Sheffield United will feel more comfortable now that they're in 5th? Or do you reckon
of course they won't.
They'll give them
Never. Sheffield United won't feel comfortable until the end of the season. Exactly. Even then, they won't feel comfortable.
Yeah, no, that
team's hungry, man. Yeah, that's the opposite of what I was saying. Sheffield United. That's one of the only teams. And Wolves. They're two teams that they look like they want to play for success. There's not many like Man United. Look at them, for example. I don't want to digress too far, but Man United don't really give a crap about winning. It's more about the flashy lifestyle.
Do you know who's going to make it?
I think Tottenham are going to sneak in. I think they're going to sneak in. Yeah. And you know, this works out perfectly for Mourinho.
Yeah,
he's built for these kind of things.
He's got them
that siege mentality, the way everyone's against.
The divide and conquer, innit?
But listen, somebody's going to make it, and that's good for the other teams who haven't done something wrong. Unless
they deserve it. Do you know what really irritates me? In the Champions League, you want to see your Elite Four.
No, but rules are rules.
Yeah, I know, I understand. But for you to have had such a poor season and still make it to the Champions League,
you're right.
It's a testament to just how poor the Premier League is.
You want to see your Elite Four, but your Elite Four is changing every year now. With regards to the Premier League.
But you're talking about a team that was like 15th, maybe like a month and a half ago, that are now looking to make it to the Champions League. I'm just saying, I think Liverpool did what they were supposed to do. Everyone else were just poor. The entire league.
Yeah,
Leicester, Sheffield United.
Well, listen,
Wolves,
we could do this game all till the cows come home, man. We could say X, Y, and Z. Like we could say, oh, Liverpool only won the title because Laporte got injured, or we could say like,
it's not,
but I'm just saying you can do these kind of things all day. End of the day, these are the rules. If you've broken the rules, and that's what it is, you only go by the rules you play by. You know, if the referee doesn't give you a penalty, you carry on. You can't cry about it. It's done. It's done.
You have VAR now, though.
No, but even then, they're still not getting it right, and we've done a pod on that too.
I'm worried that with what's happened now, if because I'm a Chelsea fan, so the fact that we're in 4th and it's really, really close in regards to guys behind us.
Technically the 3rd.
Yeah, technicalities, all that. So I've not seen the league table since.
You didn't get happy when you said that. I was they would be like,
because it's just the matter of a couple of points in it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like it's solidified there.
Yeah.
My worry is with Man City potentially, because we don't know if they're going to be able to appeal this.
Yeah.
That it's going to be like, oh, we're practically there now, lads. Let's just coast the rest of the season, and that's what genuinely I can see is happening to our team. It's like, oh yeah, we've got breathing room now.
No, I don't think Frank's not built like that.
I genuinely feel this is my fear, and like I've always had fear watching Chelsea.
You think they're going to buy someone like Ziyech? Ooh, shout out to Chelsea for buying Ziyech. Yeah,
legend,
top player. Do you think they're going to buy someone like Ziyech and Pulisic is going to come in to be playing Europa League football?
If you gave me a fixture list and asked me to predict scores, and I gave you it and we calculated the points, you'd think that we'd be in relegation battle.
Well, can you give us 3 points on Monday?
Yeah, if you don't mind rolling over.
He probably will be his, and that's a worrying sign.
Igalo masterclass coming, brother. I'm telling you.
Anyway.
Mate, when he goes to Rudiger and goes, Rudiger goes, no, wait. I'm telling you.
Anyway, man, I'm going to have to put a stop to it there. Guys, thank you so much for watching, for listening. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And get your people to subscribe as well. And then we're going to be back again soon. So, peace.